Hi everyone, welcome to Quantum Lucid. So I wanted to talk about something. The fact that you are not conjuring up images or doing imaginal scenes or having imaginal talks or whatever, your beliefs are, your awareness. You're not becoming or aware or doing any of that in order to affect or influence pre-existing matter. Okay, so let me repeat that. There is no pre-existing matter that you are affecting or changing or influencing through your awareness or your observations or your imaginations. Your awareness is the matter. Okay? So that should clear up the fog, and that should tell you how the 3D works. There is no one 3D world or earth, and it's not that your body is switching tapes or transplanting consciousness or transplanting personalities, and then the matter is morphing sometimes or not morphing and having delays. It's not like that. It's a total change. Like total, okay? So in the sense that if you are aware of something or someone or whatever it is your desires are to be a certain way, that is the 3D. Okay, so the 3D comes, the cubic matters, the things that we call matter, comes along with the observations and the awareness. There is no default or pre-existing matter that exists and then you are influencing another thing. Okay, so there is always only one awareness, one dominant story, one path, one 3D. It may feel like there is only one 3D, but as you all know, there's multiverse. There's multiple 3Ds. There's more than one of each of us physically. When you can get a clear picture of that, so let's go back to the Sims game analogy. The Sims game analogy basically says that you are the player sitting in front of a computer with a mouse and a keyboard and the computer screen. You open your world. There is an avatar that you choose to play through, your Sims avatar. You dress him or her up. You get them a house. They earn a certain amount of money. They do a certain job. They have certain skills, likes, dislikes. Then you give them friends. Then you give them romantic partners or whatever, and so you tell a story. Sometimes they go home and they turn on the TV and they watch TV. Okay, the news on the TV is real to the Sims avatar, but is it real to you? No, it's just pixels, right, on a computer screen. So then, let's say you want to change your Sims story. So your Sims had a breakup and it's really sad and they missed their girlfriend or boyfriend. So you change that. The Sims story where the girlfriend-boyfriend breakup happened and your Sims is sad is already played out. You're just making up a new story that already exists in the potential of infinity. Here, The same Sims, but a little different version. Maybe now he or she dresses up a little differently. That same boyfriend is a lot nicer. And now in this story, they get married and move in together. And then they watch TV together in their Sims world. But the other story, where they broke up and the Sims was heartbroken, was equally real, right? It was equally played on the game screen. The pixels and everything happened. But you trashed it, like you just moved on to another story. In a similar way, I Am, who is the main and only soul, S-O-L-E, soul player of this game, is a multi-dimensional thing or entity who is dimensional in nature. Means it can adapt through various dimensions. The dimension that we are experiencing this is called the third dimension. A dimension of time, space, cubic matter, length, width, and height. Okay? In this dimension, I Am is wearing a garment. Again, the avatar, like the Sims analogy, called your body and your name. But what you don't see from a bodily perspective is I Am is actually wearing all bodies, whether that's versions of you or versions of others and everything else, all bodies at the same time, all at once. Everything, everyone, everywhere, all at once, simultaneously and concurrently. Meaning, it's experiencing itself through all variations, all aspects, all bodies, all clothings, all people, all things, animals, insects, buildings, plants, whatever. Everything, everywhere, all at once. But from a bodily perspective, you only see one world. You don't see the other physical yous walking around. For example, this morning you woke up at 10 a.m. Then you went and had coffee for breakfast. Another physical you woke up at 6 a.m., went to the gym, and had, eggs and bacon for breakfast. Those are two different individually, physically separate people. But to I Am, they are simultaneously living simultaneous lives in different variations. So in the same way, your specific person or others. Let's take celebrities, for example. This is an easier one to explain, I think. Let's just take your favorite celebrity. I don't know. Think of one. A singer or an actor. I like to use, let's say Johnny Depp, okay? I think he's a cool actor. So let's just take Johnny Depp, for example. In your reality, he's made movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, and all these really cool movies, and he's a really great actor, and everybody knows him for all these things that you know him currently of. But in a similar, nearby, parallel world or multi-world reality, the same Johnny Depp never made Pirates of the Caribbean. Instead, he starred in The Matrix instead of Keanu Reeves, right? But in that world, you don't know him as the actor who starred in Pirates of the Caribbean. You know him as the actor who starred in The Matrix. And you wouldn't know any different. In that reality, Keanu Reeves is maybe your school teacher. Or maybe he just doesn't exist. Who knows? Nothing against Keanu Reeves. This is just an example through celebrities. Okay? So those are actual real worlds and real experiences. Now, when you become lucid in waking life, and you understand how all of this works, what this game is, you understand that matter does not exist separately or outside of you, no matter how solid, real, or lifelike it seems. Those two Johnny Depps, the one who starred as Pirates of the Caribbean actor and the one who didn't, are two physically solid, equally life-size people with completely different experiences. And so is the you who's observing those realities. Separate people, physically. It's a lot for a human body to understand and take in because they only see one body at a time. So when you shift realities through awareness and intention and purpose, you might have a lingering memory saying, hey, didn't Johnny Depp act in this movie called Pirates of the Caribbean? And people are going to be like, what? There is no movie called Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe there's, I don't know, a story or something, a book or something, but no Hollywood actor made Pirates of the Caribbean in this movie, in this world, in this reality. I don't know what you're talking about. Those are what people call Mandela effects, or like some kind of lingering memory of a multi-world, a parallel world, but it just doesn't make sense in this one, indicating that you might have shifted. You know, so sometimes you'll experience things like this where you'll feel like this movie ended a different way, but it didn't. It ended this way. And so on and so forth. So when you become lucid, you might carry over memories from the past, and it might confuse you for a while. But that's what happens when you shift. That is why you have stories about reincarnation and things like that, where people remember past lives. So always keep in mind, one small change, one atomic change is total change. Total, okay? Like, completely new universe. The fact that you woke up at 6 o'clock versus you that woke up at 6:30 are still two different physical, completely, totally different worlds. So awareness doesn't affect pre-existing default matter. Awareness is pre-existing default matter, and there are infinite awarenesses, so to speak, because I am is infinity. Hope this helps. If you have questions or comments, leave them below. Talk to you in the next video.